Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm really happy to hear that the ACCC, the Australian Consumer Watchdog, is suing both Coles and Woolworths. They have been price gouging for the last couple of years. They have taken advantage of, allegedly, the crisis we had a couple of years ago, which you can't mention by name, otherwise the algorithm will bury your video, because, we're pretending like that doesn't exist anymore. But that's a whole other video. So they are suing them, and they're suing them for several really, really vile examples of abusing the trust of the consumers and the Australian people. One thing that they were doing is they would bump up their prices by huge amounts, like something that was normally $3.50, they would now charge $5. And they would reap the benefits of that for, say, a month or so, and then they'd drop it down like $1 and still be up like $1 more than what it was, and then they'd claim that they'd reduce the price, was on special, or they'd put up signs saying on special for the exact same price it is, and you'd lift up the special, and underneath you'd see it was, the special would be $6, and underneath it would be $6 originally. So things like that, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. As far as I know, there's more examples that they found, because they started looking at this in March 2021. So they've had a couple of years to watch these guys and basically just record all the dodgy shit they've been doing, and now they're taking them to court for it. Now the problem is, well, will they win? And B, will there be consequences? Because the talk is that they're going to be sued between tens and hundreds of millions. But the problem is they make billions of profit. So it's like, well, we're going to break the law. We're going to betray the public's trust because we know we're only going to get fined maybe 100 million, but we can make $1 billion off ripping the country off. So, we just budget into our profits the fines we're going to get paid, and then we just keep doing it. That's basically what businesses do. So unless there are real consequences like huge fines or not, being shut down, or maybe having to refund every person that purchased that item that was ripped off, that they have to make consequences big enough that they're afraid to actually break the rules and break the law and, betray the trust of the Australian people. And I'm just not sure they're actually going to do that. I mean, it's a bad look to get sued and lose and get fined hundreds of millions of dollars, but at the end of the day, these people, they're corporations, they don't care about people. They're not the fresh food people. They are just a corporation. They want to make money. And if they can make $1 billion out of ripping people off and all they do is get fined 100 million, they're going to keep doing it. That's what businesses do, unfortunately. And the industry knows this. All the industries know this. That's why they have these little fines. They're just little taps on the wrist, and everyone gets their little payouts, and everyone, makes their money, and they act like they're doing something, but they're really not, because the problems, they don't stop the problem. They keep doing what they do because they make money out of it. So it has to be an expensive enough consequence that it's not worth it for them to do. That's the only real deterrent. I'd like to see something like that happen. Because the reality is there's two, companies that have a monopoly on the Australian market. There's a couple of smaller places like Aldi and that's it. But everyone else, they killed all the mom and pa stores and the little stores, and they built a monopoly. Now everyone goes to Coles or Woolworths, and they can do whatever they want, and we can't do anything, because where are we going to go? I mean, I myself, I have to do my shopping online. I can't go into the store. I haven't gone into the store since March 2020. I haven't gone into a store since March 2020. So I'm going to keep shopping with Woolworths, because Aldi doesn't have the facility that they do where I can actually pick up my groceries. I actually having to go into the store. Aldi and Coles still require you to go into the store to pick up the order. Even if you order it online, you don't have to go in and pick it all and pack it all. So I'm stuck with them, and a lot of other people are too. But the reality is, if they can break down them, that's what they need to do. They need to break down their monopoly and dismantle them, so we don't have that situation. And that needs to be done with all businesses. No business should be able to get a monopoly, because you get these monopolies that own all the business, everything, and they do whatever they want, and no one can take them on, and they make sure they keep other companies down or stop them from starting up businesses and that, and you get this situation kind of like America. And we're getting more and more like America as we go along. It's kind of scary to see it happen over the last 10, 20 years. One of the horrible things about living a long time is you see a lot of shit and you're like, oh, do people get this is happening? But so I'm glad they're taking some action. It looks really bad, but will the consequences be enough to actually deter them from continuing to, rob us? I'm not sure. It really depends on how much they're making and how much they get fined. They need to be. I don't know what they could do, but they need to do something that's going to be a real consequence. But I'm going to go for you to share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this whole gouging monopoly that we've got going on here.